Hello and welcome to Let's Play Stardew Valley, episode 97. Here in the morning of year 2, fall the 25th. Climbing out of bed, watering the cactus, grabbing the smoked albacore out of that smoker. Living off the land. Now listen up. It's just a couple days until communities around the Ferngill Republic celebrate Spirits Eve. One tradition you may not know of is the search for the golden pumpkin. If your town has a haunted maze, then you can be sure there's a golden pumpkin hidden somewhere. Those things are valuable. The golden pumpkin, indeed. Got a mail outside. This is from Emily. She says, Ryan, flip this letter over for instructions on how to make a super healthy meal. You'll feel energized. See you soon, Emily. I got a recipe for something called red plate. How do I make red plate? Red plate is full of antioxidants. 1 red cabbage and 1 radish. Got another recipe. Dear Ryan, here's a recipe from my saloon. I only share this with my good friends. From Gus. Cranberry sauce. Cranberry sauce. Let's find that on this list. Might be challenging. Here we go. A festive treat. 1 cranberry and 1 sugar. And finally, we have a letter from Granny Evelyn who says, Hello, dear. I hope your farm is doing well. And she sent me some cookies. Grab a refined quartz, which I made from the pair of glasses yesterday. Grab some bars of iron. Grab some broccoli. I'm gonna go ahead and sell this smoked albacore. Down here in Tree Isle, we have nothing ready for the chop. Down here, below the barn, we have a bunch of fairy rose ready for harvest. Go ahead and get our animals petted up here. I missed Crispy and Tindy. There's Crispy. Where's Tindy? There's Tindy. Side of the coop here, we got a bunch of eggs. I got some dinosaur mayonnaise. I'll go ahead and put the dinosaur mayonnaise in the Joja Mart bundle. Go ahead and siphon off some mammal juice from Lasers and LaBeef. We're getting going on cheese. And we're grabbing IPAs. 24 more IPAs. And in their place, why don't we do a big old coffee run? 24 times 5 should be 100 and... I'm not good at math. 120? I am good at math, just not in my head. If I have to do math on the fly, my brain turns into a potato. I'm actually quite good at math otherwise. Alright, let's go check out the money shed. Oh boy, look at all this. We got starfruit wine. $19 bottles of starfruit wine. 1 bottle of ancient fruit wine. And we're gonna go ahead and toss in an ancient fruit and 19 pumpkins. Alright, that'll do it for the money shed. Nothing else really seems ready for harvest. We'll grab some apples and a pomegranate. Checking out the greenhouse. Alright, alright. We've got ancient fruit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Go ahead and grab some hops. I have one more space in here for a preserve jar, and then my greenhouse will be completely filled. Oh, look what we have over here. We got fairy rose honey and fairy roses. Fairy rose honey sells for a decent penny. A pretty penny? A decent penny? Does that make any sense? I guess I should have said pretty penny. Heading back to the money shed here. I think I'm just going to grab a couple strawberries out of here. We'll do 4 strawberries. And those I'm going to turn into strawberry seeds in my seed maker. I'm going to grab these fairy roses to the extent that I can. My inventory has been completely filled with fairy rose. So I'll head to my flower chest and just deposit the plain and silver star ones. The gold stars I'm going to sell. Today, after we're done with farm chores, I'm going to go talk to Willie. I'm going to finally figure out what he's got in that back room of his. Grab a blueberry jelly. I got 3 strawberry seeds for a total of 12. Pick some peppers. And I got 3 more seeds. Now I have a total of 15. I'd like a significant amount of strawberry seeds by the time spring rolls around. I'm thinking that I want, like, 72 at least. Pick these fairy roses, leaving 1 standing for the honey, like usual. Alright, let's get on and talk to Willie. Willie. Grab a hazelnut while we're at it. Heading to town. Oh, it's a cutscene. Sam is on his dumb skateboard. He did a... I don't know skate terms. I think it's called a grind on Emily's flower bed. Mayor Lewis says, "Hey, what do you think you're doing? That's private property." Sam. Sam says, I'm sorry, sir. Lewis says, the youth these days. Sometimes I wonder if this town isn't doomed. I emerge from the bush like usual. Lewis says, "You saw what happened, Ryan. What do you have to say about this?" Yeah, I do not feel inclined to take Sam's side, because Sam is annoying, and skateboarding is annoying. The choices here are, you're right, sir. Sam should respect private property. Second choice is, don't blame Sam. There's nowhere else for him to ride. I don't think that's true. Third is, I'm staying out of this. Sam says, alright. Mayor Lewis says, I'll let it slide this time, Sam, but I don't want to see you doing this anymore. Got it? Sam says, yes, sir. Sam says, did you see that trick, though? That was rad. Okay, we're all done with that now. Let's go talk to Clint and get my sweet, sweet steel trash can. I received a steel trash can. Alright, why don't we give Clint a gift? Sort of a tip for working on my trash can, you know? Let's try a pomegranate. He seemed to like that. While I'm here, I think I might as well select a new mega project from this board here. 2 choices. One of them is from Linus, who says, I have an idea. There's a lot of trash in the water. Why don't we fish some out to make the valley more beautiful? The other one is from from Willie. He says, ahoy there! I'm looking for a big wad of bug guts. The juicier, the better. At least that's what the crabs seem to like. 100 pieces should do the trick. Yeah, we're going with Willie's. 100 pieces of bug? That's actually pretty easy. Just get that in the mines. I just dug some powder melon seeds. There's some kind of weird, like, bucket or drum next to Willie's fish shop with a question mark. There's like a crafting menu in here. I don't know what this is for. Something to do with bait, probably. Alright, so here's Willie. If I talk to him, he says, there's rumors of some very rare fish in these parts, but only an experienced angler could stand a chance against them. He's already at 10 stars, so there's no point in giving him a gift. Let's try going in this door. Are we ready to finally see what's in this door? Oh, look at this. It's an old boat. Willie says, aye, a sad sight, isn't she? She was me father's boat, served him well for over 50 years. But now she can barely stay afloat. I'd repair her myself, but I don't have the right materials, lad. Aye, 200 pieces of hardwood to patch the hull would be a good start. But we'll also need to get the ticket machine back up, and the iridium anchor repaired. If I could get me hands on the right materials and repair the old girl, well then I could take you to the Fern Islands. Islands. Volcanic islands full of strange parrots, they say. The choices are, I'd like to help, or nah, I'll pass. I'm really curious what happens if you click nah, I'll pass, but I'm not gonna find out. So we're gonna go, I'd like to help. Aye, I thought you would, lad. I'll leave this door unlocked for you. You can come drop off the materials whenever you like. Alright, so there's 3 yellow exclamation points for the anchor. The anchor could be repaired with 5 iridium bars. The hull could be repaired with 200 pieces of hardwood. This machine could be repaired with 5 battery packs. Okay. It's actually not all that difficult to do. Alright, so I'm going to buy a bunch of bait from Willy. I'm just going to do like 200 pieces of bait. I've said it before and I'll say it again, that bait in this game is so cheap that it might as well just be free. I just spent 1,000 gold for 200 pieces of bait. And you know, today's income is going to be like 80k or something like that. I think it's finally time to upgrade my fishing pole too. If I scroll down, I should be able to find a iridium rod. Here we go. So the iridium rod, use this in the water to catch fish, and we notice on the little tooltip, I can add bait to it, and I can also add tackle. So all these random pieces of tackle that I've found or seen, I can finally add them to a fishing pole. The iridium rod costs 7,500, so let's go ahead and get that. And I'll just attach my bait to it. Let's give it a spin. It's got a nice purple color. We'll catch like 3 or 4 fish and then head to the mines. Caught an anchovy. This is all very useful for getting fishing XP. Got a sardine, which looks exactly the same as the anchovy, at least very close. Another sardine, and I suppose the next one will probably be a sardine or an anchovy. Yup, how did I know? Let's sell those to Willy real quick. And then we're going to head to the mines. Bait up my crab pots while I'm thinking about it. It's mine time. Mine time. Time for mine. Just double check this real quick. Oh, the bug meat goes in that barrel next to Willy's house. Big ol' wads of bug guts. My Stardew Valley knowledge tells me that bugs are most commonly found in levels 0 to 30, give or take. You can also find fiber down here. I'm just going to go through here quickly. The goal is to find bugs. Bugs and fiber. Well, you know, I haven't seen any bugs yet, but I know they're down here. You know what'd be cool if you could do in Stardew Valley is if you could charge up your pickaxe and break multiple rocks at the same time, like you can water multiple like tiles with your watering can, or the hoe. What I'm trying to say very uneloquently is that I'd like to be able to charge up the pickaxe and mine multiple tiles at the same time. Kind of like this. Imagine this was the pickaxe. I could do this and mine like 5 rocks at a time. That would be cool. Alright guys, where are the bugs? Where are the bugs? Huh? Where are the bugs? It's 9 p.m. and I have not found a bug. No bugs. Level 11. There's a bug. I'm going to eat these cookies. Granny Evelyn's cookies. I finally found some bush too. Found another bug. I now have 2 pieces of bug meat. Oh, there was a fly, but I went down the ladder before I could fight it. Okay, we got a bug here. Drop 2 pieces of bug meat. Picked up a chewing stick. I'd like to pick up this mystery box. Getting late. It's midnight. I've only gotten 5 pieces of bug. I'm gonna keep going until like 10:40. 12:40, I mean. No bugs on this level. Head on back to the bus stop. Alright, back at home. Sell my blueberry jelly. Sell the hazelnut. Okay. We'll go ahead and do some copper bars. Stash the copper ore, the coal, the stone, the quartz, fiber, geode, and the powder melon seeds. I'm also going to take this fiberglass rod and stash it in the adventure chest. And pick up some pomegranate wine. Brew some personal IPA. Off to bed. Oh yeah, look at that income. 84,409. Big earners, 5 Fairy Rose Honeys, 4,700. 1 Ancient Fruit Wine, 2310. 19 Starfruit Wines, 59,850. 25 Pale Ales, 10,500. Fairy Rose, got about 2,800 from those. The Smoked Albacore got me 525. Waking up on the morning of the 26th. Water that cactus. Stepping outside. We got a letter. Dear Ryan, I notice a chill in the air. It could just be the approach of winter. Or it could be the tingle of a dark specter, here to help us celebrate tomorrow's festival, the Spirit's Eve. Come to town at 10 if you'd like to participate. 10 p.m. Mayor Lewis. Alright, I'm gonna harvest some wheat. I'm gonna harvest some eggplant. Grab some copper bars. Gonna harvest some more wheat. The eggplants, I'm going to sell the gold and silver ones. I'm going to sell the palm wine. Yep. Got some broccoli here for picking. And is this my sweet gem fruit finally ready for harvest? Yes. The sweet gem berry. It's by far the sweetest thing you've ever smelled. But what do we do with the sweet gem berry? That's the question. I mean, I know what to do because I've played the game before, but what would a new player think to do about it? try to harvest the rest of these fairy rose honey. Completely filled my inventory. Now I'm going to stash the wheat here in the brewery barn. I'm going to grab 24 coffees. And in the interest of burning down my coffee bean supply, I'm going to do 24 more coffees. Coffee is quite nice on a cool autumn's day. Outside, everybody gets a pet. Crispy needs to be pet. Where's Crispy? There's Crispy. Pick up some truffles. Head to the shipping bin here. I'm going to drop off the truffles. I'm going to sell some of the coffee, not all of it. Sell my fairy rose honey. Stash some of these fairy rose themselves. Why don't we head to the greenhouse? Oh, a bunch of amaranth over here ready for harvest. Here in the greenhouse, we have a bunch of good stuff. We got hops, we got eggplants, we got cranberries, we got blueberries. I don't have room in my inventory for any of it. Down here we got more wheat. Western Isle, my big 5x5 plot of wheat gets harvested. And then down here on Southwest Isle, harvest even more wheat. I planted a lot of wheat like 4 or 5 days ago. It should be at least 100, or somewhere in the neighborhood of 100 pieces of wheat. And from it, I also got 36 pieces of hay, which is kind of cool. So I'll go ahead and take my wheat, grab my coffees out of the kegs, throw in some wheat for some nice, good old all-American, you know, lager beer. Not IPA, just regular old beer. The money shed has a lot of stuff in it. We got pickled amaranth. We got cranberry jelly. Bunch of cranberry jelly. More pickled amaranth. Pickled pumpkin, or sorry, pumpkin juice. I'm gonna take the amaranth that I just picked and reserve jar it up. Amaranth definitely is one of the vegetables that it's worth it to pickle it. I'm also kind of just trying to clear up space in my inventory a little bit. Let's do even more amaranth. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 more jars. And 16 pumpkins. So we'll do 16 pumpkins and 8 cranberries. Pumpkins first, straight into the kegs. Must have miscounted somewhere. Like I said, bad at mental math. Alright, put 2 pumpkins back. Okay. So the 36 hays that I harvested, I can just add those to the silo. I added 2 pieces of hay to the silo, which means it's now full, and I have 34 surplus pieces of hay. Those will go in the flour chest. Now I have 61 total surplus pieces of hay. I'll go ahead and sell my 20 amaranth pickles, 16 pumpkin juices, and sell like 15 or so coffees. We're also selling like all but 5 or so of the cranberry jelly and the hops. Alright, let's go to the mines. We're on the hunt for bug. In the wise words of Starship Troopers, the only good bug is a dead bug. Is that the quote? Would you like to know more? Alright, well this area is infested with slimes, but not with bugs, unfortunately, for me. Here we go. See, I'm getting on a roll now, getting a little bit more bug meat. Gonna grab a crab. There's a lot of bugs down here. I now have 14 pieces. There's a bug swarm coming, but that's a good thing. 2 more. Alright. Up to 23 pieces. There's another bug swarm. That's what I like to see. Was that it dropped? I killed a monster and it dropped a book. I think it's one of those skill books or something. Stardew Valley Almanac. How about that? How about that? Alright, reading the Stardew Valley Almanac. What does this do? I learned a few things about farming. I guess that gives me farming XP, which I do not need because I got farming level 10 several seasons ago. I think I got it in fall of the first year. I think rather than continue on and waste time, I'm going to just take the ladder, which I did, and now I'm in level 21. Level 22. Lots of bush down here. Got 57 pieces of weed. Pieces of weed. Pieces of bush. Pieces of fiber on this trip here. It's gonna come in handy in the winter. Because in the winter, the only way to get your trees to grow to make more wood is with tree fertilizer. "41 pieces of bug meat. I'd like to get 50 or 60 before I head home for the day. Yes, bug. It's now getting late. Could we find a way down? Are we gonna find a way down? Doesn't look like it. Oh, getting a call. Stand by. And we're back. Heading home. Got a lot of stuff in the mines. 68 pieces of bush, also known as weed, also known as fiber. Now I have 154 of that. I got 5 rice shoots, which will be nice to grow in the spring to get some rice. Got some amethyst, 13 pieces of coal, 6 geodes, 201 pieces of stone, 6 quartz, 55 copper ore. And we'll go ahead and brew up some copper bars. Also got a crab. Trap the crab in my fish chest, along with the green algae. And check the TV, which I didn't do. No, there's nothing on TV anyway. Grab an oil from the fridge, or from the oil maker, put it in the fridge. Put another corn in that machine. Now it's time for bed. Do 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 do. Today my income was 40,521. Big sellers were 2 pomegranate wines for $11.76. 20 pickled amaranth, they sell for $4.90 a piece, 9,800 total. 16 pumpkin juices sold for $16,128. 23 cranberry jellies, 6,400. 23 coffees sold for 3,400. 2 truffles sold for about 1,300 total. Waking up on the morning of year 2, fall the 27th. This is the last video of fall coming up. That's gonna wrap it up. Peace.